septic tank that's was really close to the house. So this was a mobile home, so it was obviously set here to a pre-existing system. As you can see, the baffle is completely stopped up with roots, and there's just a huge mat of roots in the tank. So when you have stuff planted next to your septic tank, what happens? So remember, these tanks are not sealed off, so roots can pretty easily get in them. So in this situation, we kind of just have to fight around them, especially if the customer doesn't want us to dig them out. Or we can, on this tank, we could actually take 3 more lids up and I can get them out of there. The customer's not real crazy about having their yard messed up any more than it already is. So we'll pump it this way, hook up a water hose here in a few minutes and wash everything down. And then we'll grab our bar and we'll clean all this up, get this flowing. So stick with us. We'll get this opened up here in just a second. We'll see if the plumbing's gonna flow out freely or they got more issues. They had a plumber here earlier and he wasn't having much luck, so they've got a bad swag in the line under the house. So we're gonna just see what this does. Hopefully we can get them going. When you deal with roots, it's a kind of a special situation. You gotta have to just deal with things. That's all roots and paper and everything else, and there it goes. It's all broke out, cleaned up. Just had it really restricted. You see it's fixing to flow out of there. And now they should be able to work good. So we're going to have to kind of fight around with these roots that are down there while we're pumping. We'll get a water hose out, wash the tank down, get it as cleaned up as best we can. Like I said, when you've got this thing's probably 30 or 40 foot tall, and it is 6 foot, probably 6-7 feet from the septic tank. And then there's one over there. There obviously was a tree over here at one point they've cut down, but unfortunately you cut a tree down, the roots are still there. So it's one of the things we run into all the time. Is landscaping's nice, it's beautiful, but when it causes problems like this, it's causing you issues to flush, it's not really worth it. So we're gonna try to get this tank good and cleaned out best we can, and then we'll get all this put back like it needs to be. We try to pull as much of this rock back as we could. So once we put this back, try to get this all, we'll get his landscape timbers and stuff back in place like it was, and try to get this as neat as we can. This is an open chamber tank, or an open tank. It's not chambered at all. So I got my helpers probably wishing I put the phone down, but trying to just let everybody see kind of what we're dealing with today. So if you're doing a new install, you're putting your system in, you got a system in, or you're doing new landscaping or whatever, consider where your septic tank's at before you put stuff in. This guy was kind of particular about how this looked, and now we've had to get it all messed up. We'll get it back as neat as we can, but it also was one of those situations when you don't know and you start putting stuff on top of it. It's just part of it. If you got any questions while we're on here, go ahead and ask them. We'll try to answer them if you got any questions about what we're doing. I used the machine earlier to kind of hold those back so we could at least get started pumping. So while we were kind of get started, I kind of pulled everything back. Now we'll try to wash as much of the paper and scum off the roots as we can, get as much of them out of there. The roots will eventually die, just rot out, and over time, as we pump this tank, over time we'll get more and more of them out. But this is going to continue to happen as long as these are here. So that's something to be cautious of when you're doing an install. Always pull the lid on a new system. Always pull the lid when you plumb it. Make sure you check how far you suck the pipe in. If you like these videos, like us going live, please like the videos. That helps a lot. Helps with the YouTube algorithm, sends people our way. So please like and subscribe to the channel and any of our videos that you watch. Please like them. That helps a lot. Comment. Let us know what you think about it. I got the machine sitting in there because I used it to kind of hold back the roots. We'll get it pulled out here in a minute. That's a big chunk of roots that were hanging. We got them broke down. All right, we'll get off here, and then I'll go back live. Give us about 20-30 minutes, and we'll go back live and get all this. Once we've got this straightened back up, we'll show you how it looked when we got done.